name's Cameron Manwaring. I'm from a place called Tokerville, Utah, mostly. It's down by Zion National Park, just right as you get off I-15. And about 3 years ago, I was a student here at BYU, and I was just, what was I doing? I was doing archaeology, and then I transferred into business strategy and marketing. And I was kind of just taking a whole, just slew of classes, nothing that actually got me towards any sort of major, but just a lot of classes that I was interested in. And one of those happened to be some entrepreneurial classes, both social entrepreneurship and then plain entrepreneurship. And together with a group of friends that were in a class, we started a company called KDSSE Consulting. And it was an international marketing company that had a lot to do with doing product research in Asia. And we were doing reverse products. We were looking at products that were in the States and that could be taken to the Asian market and do really well over there. And it was exciting, something I'd never really done, but we kind of dove head first. Our first client that we ever had was Zubies, which, if you know them, was a toy company, multi-million-dollar toy company. Pretty awesome to have them as a first client and to do some work with them. And everything kind of transitioned from there. So how many of you guys, by raise of hands, know Devin Graham, Devin Supertramp? You've seen the rope swing video, Human Slingshot, Assassin's Creed, or a number of those. I was friends with Devin, and at first with YouTube, I started by just being in videos. I just really liked YouTube. I thought it was a fun thing to watch, and I also enjoy cat videos. Besides that, though, I was seeing these things that Devin Graham was doing, and there were these amazing adrenaline-packed videos, really interesting kind of new stuff that no one had ever really seen. And I joined up. First video that I was ever in with Devin was the Human Slingshot video. Actually, take that back. A video called Salt Boarding on the Salt Flats. I was in that video. But Human Slingshot video, if you go type that in and watch that, I'm the one doing the triple front flip through the air. And at that point, I realized I was kind of hooked when it came to YouTube. And then the first video that I ever actually did anything to help with on marketing or strategy and kind of help pushing a video out and seeing what we could do with it was the human rope swing. And if you saw through the arch down in Moab, that was the first video that I kind of said, hey, Devin, I've done all this stuff with marketing and strategy, and I have a few ideas of what you could do to really help these videos get seen more than they are. I said, I'd just like to try it out. And he's like, yeah, of course, go for it. So I did that with the rope swing video, and it took off. We started getting all sorts of articles placed. We started getting lots of mentions, and the view count went up higher than any video of his ever had. It's obviously a great video, but we did a lot of things as well to help people know that it existed. And so 1 week later, Devin called me on the phone. I was actually down in Zion National Park on a hike, and he said, hey, I'd like you to be my manager. I'd like you to help me with all the stuff that I'm doing. So that's kind of where everything started. I set up the Devin Supertramp LLC. I did all the licensing, all the business deals, all the marketing strategy, basically anything that wasn't filming, I did that. And then I also helped film a few videos as well. So that's really where I got into my love of YouTube. Since then, we've launched a lot of local YouTubers like Stuart Edge with the mistletoe kissing prank. We helped in the early days with Scott DW in the Fruit Ninja video. We recently did all the marketing stuff for Poopery. You guys have probably seen Poopery. And then our biggest project this last year was with Kobe Bryant and Lionel Messi, the Turkish Airlines video. And it's at about 138 million views, most viewed advertisement on YouTube. So kind of some fun stuff under our belt there. So did the stuff with Devin. Afterwards, started realizing that we could do some more stuff with companies and really growing brands through YouTube. And it's very much an untapped area where YouTubers are very creative and they understand one side. Brands are creative in their own way, and there really wasn't a good mesh. There were very few brands that were doing this well. And some of them are locally, like Blendtec and Aura Brush. So we started doing that. And has anyone heard of a company called Clearplex? It's a screen protection company, one of the 1,000 in Utah. got approached, and this was the very first branded video that we did from start to finish. I look back and the quality of the video is absolutely atrocious, but we did the right strategy, the right marketing. It was a small startup in Utah, ended up getting 300,000 views in 3 days, made the top 20 most shared advertisements in the world for one day. That was really awesome. We're right between Audi and Coca-Cola. I remember that, it was exciting. Their website crashed 3 times that week. Their sales went up 300% on average and maintained for over a month. And then by the second video that we did with them, their sales had gone up 500% on average and maintained. So we really knew that we were onto some stuff, and not just about getting views, but also converting people, getting sales. Since then, we've done millions and millions in sales for companies, from flyboarding the water jet packs. That was actually a project that we brought on and hired Devin to be able to do the video and put on his channel. They sold over $1 million of flyboards just from the distributors that were part of the video, which was 3 distributors. So some pretty awesome stuff there. Poopery did millions in sales, and not to mention a bunch of other things. So that's kind of the sweet spot that we found ourselves in. Last August, we were approached by a company in Los Angeles, California, and we ended up doing a partnership and merger with them. From that, we took on some other expertise. One of my partners, Tim Staples, he has a background with Omnicom and advertising and marketing. He's worked with a lot of brands for the past 20 years and over 200 celebrities. My other partner, Nick Reed, he's a Hollywood guy for the past 20 years. He did the Bourne series, Austin Powers, Meet the Parents, Borat, a bunch of movies that Mormons shouldn't watch, and was really successful with those. Actually, 3 weeks ago, we just won an Oscar. So how about that? And it was all because of YouTube. So yeah. And you can check that out. It's called The Lady in Number 6, about the oldest living Holocaust survivor. And that's kind of how we met up, actually. He wanted to help with some promotion. We did that, and as of the day of the Oscars, his video had easily 50 to 100 times more traffic than all of his competitors combined in that category. So we have some really cool things. We actually did an article with Variety. We're going to be doing another one soon called How YouTube Won Me an Oscar. So we have a really big variety, and I kind of want to hear more from you guys than anything. Again, I would say the elevator pitch is we do strategy and marketing for YouTube. We also do original production. Whether it's a one-time campaign where we're trying to really blow something out of the water, or whether a company has a more long-term vision and wants us to be able to run production on everything for their channel, that's kind of our specialty. And one last part of it is we really understand the world of the YouTubers and the brand world, and we're able to help both of those people communicate and produce something that's not only, valuable with views, but also effective for the business ROI.